Hello everybody, welcome to a snowy northern part of New Jersey. We've got about 2 inches, maybe 3 inches of fresh powder on the ground, and I am driving my loaner long-range Model Y. My Model Y Performance is in the shop, so I figure why not give this car a little test drive, because it technically should be very similar to my Model Y Performance, except this car is running all-season Continental tires versus my Michelin all-season 4 tires on the Performance. I can tell you right away that the Michelin tires are absolutely mind-blowingly different and better. What I love about driving Teslas on a day like this is the amount of grip and confidence Teslas give you, because Teslas are heavy, so you automatically get a lot of grip. And also, their sophisticated all-wheel drive system. Say what you want to say about Tesla and electric vehicles and whatnot. The ability for this car to modulate which wheel should get the power and gain traction is absolutely amazing. Now, braking, on the other hand, is slightly different because the car is heavy, as I mentioned earlier, and the momentum really pulls you forward. But you just have to adjust. Now, I am driving, woo! If you could only see this, look. So I'm driving sideways, woohoo! I'm driving sideways because my traction control is set to slip start, which helps vehicles in the snow. Basically, it allows for some level of slip. I love driving like that in the snow because you can really control your traction with your throttle pedal, not a gas pedal, but a throttle pedal. Because if you want to just turn and let your tail whip out, you can easily do that. Now, you got to be mindful again because of the braking distance. But check this out. If it wasn't for the fact that we've got a bunch of slowpokers driving in front of us, we'd be doing pretty well. The car feels great. This is the newest operating system, so you've got the yellow lines and it gives you the grip. Let's see what happens if we use Autopilot. Double tap. So this is actually pretty incredible. Look, I'm driving on Autopilot, not touching the wheel. I'm somewhat close to the car, so that's one thing. For some reason I can't adjust the distance, but check this out. It still recognizes where the middle lane or middle divider is. It still marks it on the map, and it still keeps me sort of in lane. So it's pretty remarkable. Let's take some back roads. See if we can whip out the tail. Woo! Okay. On these back roads, doesn't look like these roads have been plowed. Let's tap the brakes. Okay. A lot of noise coming from the ABS system, but we stopped. Now, let's see how fast we can accelerate. You ready? Pedal to the metal. Oh, I wish you could feel what this car is doing right now. So the tail was definitely stepping out, but then as soon as the car found some grip, it would pull me out. So it doesn't feel like a regular all-wheel drive car. It really feels like a sophisticated all-wheel drive system. I kid you not. Now let's compare the levels of grip. We've got a Jeep Wrangler with massive tires and my Tesla. Let's see who starts first. I mean, come on. Let's race this Jeep. Who's first? Woo! I think we have to do launch control leaving this parking lot. Let's go. Woo! So, what sucks about driving a Tesla in the snow is if you don't get the Performance model, you cannot fully disable traction control, which means you cannot whip donuts, you cannot have a lot of fun in the snow. But on the flip side, it does keep you very safe. And look, check this out. In the snow, 0 to 60. This is me accelerating in the snow. I mean, insane. This is insane how much grip you get in the Tesla. We've come upon a snowplow. It's okay, we'll pass them because we are crazy. Should I be doing that? Maybe not. Uh-oh. Oh boy. That's okay. I drive a Tesla. I've got a ton of grip. Check this out. I don't need to stay behind the plow. I am my own plow. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. So there's a pickup truck that's following this plow, but I don't need that. Look at this. This is cool. Wow. And I'm sorry, I am not breaking, ow, salt. I'm not breaking the speed limit. I am going 26 in a 40. Okay, it is getting kind of sketchy. We have to merge onto this highway, pedal to the metal. Whoa. It slides all over the place, but it still keeps me straight. I can feel the power cutting off when the second it loses grip. I'm gonna stop on this hill and I'm gonna attempt to get going. So maybe that was a mistake because I'm having trouble. Look, I'm having trouble moving. Okay, all right, it's going. I want you to be able to see the steering wheel and see the inputs and how much I have to correct because, yeah. Okay, all right. Oh, oh yes. There you go. We got up the hill. We've got another hill up here. Again, but this time I'm gonna stick my camera outside. I'm stuck. Okay, I'm stuck. I have to back up a little bit. Luckily, the backup camera works here. I have to get some speed and get going. You ready? Let's see. All right. I don't know if that's enough momentum. Let's see. See, it pulled me here to the side. Now we're going. Okay, so it doesn't have all the grip in the world, but it does have some. And now for my annual Tesla hill climbing test. We're gonna try it with traction control first and traction control off second. The car is parked on the hill, so we're gonna see if we can get going up the hill without any issues. Control off. So this is the slip start mode. With this mode engaged, I simply cannot get moving. The first time when I went up the hill, it was with traction control fully engaged. When I disengage it, when I engage slip start, I cannot get up. So let's see what happens when I disable slip start mode, which means I'm gonna put the traction control fully on. Let's see if that can allow me to bring this car up the hill. So this is pretty incredible. With traction control fully on, I was able to get moving from standstill going up this hill. With traction control off, as in slip start mode, which technically helps you get going in icy and snowy conditions, I was not able to get up. So this goes to show you that in the snow, if you want more traction, you should leave traction control on, which is slightly different from what everyone tells you how you should be driving in the snow. But in the case of a Tesla, I guess that's what you have to do.